Welcome to SKYPODCAST,
a Spotify exclusive. My brain is fried.
Why are we podcasting? You want to take a break?
No, I'm okay. I'm actually okay with like having this conversation with you. Pero parang kung mag-space out man ako, tulungan mo na lang ako. Alam mo yung paminsan na you have a lot of meetings and then pagdating, like I was just in a very serious meeting this morning. May mga problema na sinisolve and then I had to skip lunch because that problem went on till about like 3 p.m., right? Mm-hmm. And then I came back here. I had another Zoom meeting na medyo all about a new project that
Problems
we're
na
doing.
naman.
And hindi naman siya problems, but it's very technical. Mm-hmm. So it's like every day where I'm at is I always have a lot of problems.
That's true. That's really true.
Yeah.
Because you were telling me about your day today and I'm like, this sounds like a normal day for you.
Yeah.
When you come home, it's always like that.
Like 2 days ago, I was telling you that I had the craziest day also.
Yeah.
And that was just 2 days ago.
You always have crazy
na
days.
Parang, there's this thing there's this project and then nagka-problema yung mga trademarks and everything.
But there's always problems, right? There's always problems. It's just that with you, ikaw kasi yung nagsasalo sa mga big problems.
Yeah, because I'm the one like leading the team.
Yeah.
Pero I think in all the aspects down below, there's always that. The problem is when you're the one leading it,
everyone
like,
kind of looks at you.
Mahirap na isolve the problem. Papunta sa'yo. I'm
Yeah.
sure the team is capable enough to solve like small problems. And then yung mga dumadating sa akin is yung hindi na nila alam kung anong gagawin or they need my consultation before they can actually do something. Pero paminsan lang, when you're asked like, Slater, how do we solve this? Parang, shit, I don't know how to solve this.
Yeah.
May mga ganyan na mga instances like, oh.
Do you ever feel sometimes that hindi mo na talaga kaya? Like, if I hear
Yes.
another problem today, mamamatay na ako, ganong level.
I've never gotten to that point. It's more of like, I used to, pero parang nasanay na ako na to like, okay, another problem, makakalimutan mo yung problem before and then solve this particular problem. But mapapansin ko na, especially in the late afternoons, medyo ubos na yun.
Yeah.
Ubos na yung decision-making skills ko. And
Like
ubos
your battery is drained.
Yes, and ubos na yung pasensya ko. I still try to be nice, pero parang alam mo yung, ubos na yung mental battery mo. So, yeah, I think that's how I feel. But sometimes, just ever so slightly, I think we were talking about this yesterday na tayong dalawa, we're both in a kind of like uncreative state na slump.
Last night I told Slater, I feel like, I'm in a downward slump right now. Like, I know life is always like there's ups, there's downs. It's just you can't always be happy all the time. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not realistic.
Yes.
So I feel like now, like wala akong gana. I don't want to work. I don't want to be sweet, diba? I just want to, like, literally, I just want to sleep until this is over. That's really what I want to do.
Pero it's good though that now, I think na-influence ka sa akin ng konti, that you think of it in cycles.
Yeah.
Instead of dati na, I feel so unmotivated.
Yeah.
And
Is this burnout? Is this quarter life crisis? Is this parang trying to label it as much as you can?
Yes. And you feel like it's going to be a perpetual state. Like forever ka nang ganyan.
Yeah.
But
Like, what's wrong with me kind of thing?
Yeah. And I try to think of it as a roller coaster kasi there were some months na grabe din, like super inspired, super motivated, workout, ganyan. Like even ngayon, like parang to make myself work out, I just cut my exercises in half para matawid ko lang.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, this is just one of those seasons na nafe-feel ko na, uy, kulang pa ng, that I have just to pass through. Parang ganyan.
I think it's normal. I think it's normal to go through things like that. But I'm happy that you're there to kind of tell me, huy, normal lang siya. Don't like, and also when I see you, and like I also have my share of stresses and problems, but when I see you super stressed out, it puts things into perspective. Like all I think about is, thank God that's not me. Kasi hindi ko kaya yung mga ginagawa mo talaga.
Yeah, pero I think it depends on the person. I think the problems that you have or the things that stress you, parang still motivate you kind of to move forward. Sa akin, if those were my problems, parang mas mag-give up siguro ako. Yes, mine may seem bigger because it's like construction. It's like big financial risks. May mga ganyan. Pero parang, ito kasi yung mindset ko, yung my head is wired that way to think of it like that.
Right. It's right up your alley.
Yes, so parang...
It's what you're interested in. It's what motivates you. It's what drives you.
So I feel like that's where yung mga motivational speakers nanggagaling sila pag sinabi nila na you can outwork everyone if you love what you're doing.
Yeah.
Kasi those moments na you don't feel creative, you don't feel inspired, you can move through that. And kasi sabihin natin, okay, I get paid 1 billion pesos. Pero magiging accountant ako. No offense to the accountants, pero hindi ko talaga kaya.
Yeah.
Like, parang, I'd be stressed out all the time.
Details.
I'd be very unhappy.
Yeah.
Parang, ganyan. So, I think that's where it's coming from.
So how do you get over times like this personally? Because, we always just tell ourselves, okay, it's a phase, but how do you get over it?
Sa akin, it's a phase, yes, na... I mentioned in the past podcast na my 1/3 rule, that 1/3 of the time, if you're trying to push yourself, 1/3 of the time, you're feeling motivated. Another third of the time, you're feeling just normal lang. And then another third of the time, parang you feel like, oh, I didn't do well enough. I'm stressed out. I'm uninspired. You feel low. And because you're trying to accomplish something, syempre, nandun yung mga stress when you're pushing the boundaries. So, I think of it like that, na if I'm overly confident naman na hindi siya natatemper with all these other feelings of being uninspired, parang hindi ko na-appreciate yung mga moments na ganyan.
Yeah.
And hindi ko, mafe-feel ko rin eventually na parang, sakto ba to? I don't have time to take a step back and just reflect. Like, for these moments when I don't feel inspired, I get to reflect. I reflect about our life together. I reflect about, is this really, this was why I've been asking you this question, na, is this really what we want to be doing for the rest of our lives? Parang dun lumalabas yung mga doubts and sometimes
your insecurities.
Yes, and digesting these things.
Or things that you think about in your subconscious that you don't really have the time or mental energy to share every day.
Yeah. Kasi paminsan, like, para feeling talaga natin, Superman tayo, sakto yung decision ko, ito, go. We're doing good in sales and everything, blah, blah, blah. And this is very negosyante, but this can spill through all the aspects of life, whether you're studying and everything. Pero paminsan, parang yin and yang siya na, it's good to also feel the downsides of you appreciate the good side, but also the downsides, the times when you're low, makes you think and look at your life from a different perspective.
Parang because you're not always go when you're at your low point. Because it's parang wala kang gana, you just want to stop, you're not in the mood to do anything. It gives you that pause that you need to really look at all of the things in your life, right?
Yes.
Parang may magnifying glass ka. Is this what's making me unhappy? Is this? Ganyan. But to me, yung sinabi mo kanina na itawid mo lang or something like that. I think that's how I'm dealing with it now because this has been going on for a while. I think this is the second week now that I've been feeling this way, and I still feel it.
Yeah.
And because I know that it comes in cycles, I'm just kind of waiting for that. I'm just kind of waiting for that wave to come back, It may be like, okay, I'll get an email with a big opportunity. It'll strike a spark back in me. Or maybe I'll do an activity and then I'll get inspired to do something else. Whatever it is, I'm just kind of waiting for it to happen. And while I'm waiting, I'm trying my best to kind of detach and busy myself with other things. If you guys want to hear the full episode, you can
check us out on Spotify.
Spotify.